Hello, adventurers! I'm Gray, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. It has been a very long time since I've said those words, and can I just say, I am glad to be back. I wanted to give a little update on what's going on in my life, and I figured what better way to do that than to do it through a Minecraft map. In this case, a little parkour map. I felt like getting back to my roots, doing a little bit of parkour. I'm probably terrible at it now, but we'll see how it goes. So, a lot has happened, and I have a lot to talk about, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it, because there's just so much, and this is completely unscripted. But, to start off, I wanted to say thank you so much— oh, that section's closed. Thank you so much to everyone, all of you who are watching, everyone who's ever watched or subscribed, because I just noticed that this channel has reached 500 subscribers. And I am so excited and so happy about that. I've been doing YouTube since I was 13 years old. I am now 23, so it's been about 10 years. My older videos were on a different channel, but I never got close to 500 on the old channel, and I'm surprised it got there on this one, considering how I haven't uploaded videos in basically a year now. Once again, though, I do really appreciate it, and I hope you'll stick around. But this map right here is called Parkour Cube. Yes, I had to look it up to remember it, but it's a cube of parkour. I'll have a map link in the description. It should be just a pretty chill map that we can do a little parkour on and just talk about life, the universe, and everything, and all of that. We should not go into the radioactive water because it is very dangerous. Also, if you see a little error at the bottom left that keeps popping up, for some reason Minecraft really does not like my video recording software, and it just does that, and sometimes Minecraft will crash, so hopefully that doesn't happen here. I'll see if I can get that worked out later, but for now, let's just get going and I'll talk about some things. So to start off, I have a new microphone, so if I sound a little bit different, that is why. I like it quite a lot. It's pretty nice. It looks a lot better than my previous Blue Yeti on my table here, or I guess it's on a stand right now. It looks pretty professional and everything, and the audio quality I think is a little bit better, has a little bit more bass, but it's not too different. But hopefully I still sound okay. I might still need to adjust some settings and stuff. But that's one thing that's going on. Apparently there's a timer, and I'm not going to care about the timer. I'm just chilling, I'm just parkouring. I haven't done this in a long time. I don't even know what's going on with Minecraft at this point. I know they've had quite a few updates with caves and cliffs and things like that, and I haven't played Minecraft in like a year now as well. So I've fallen quite behind on stuff going on in this game. Hopefully I'm not too lost. Oh. Oh, there's slime blocks on the ground. Okay, I'll use those. But, let's see. To start off, I want to apologize for going so long without giving any updates as to what I've been doing, how I've been, what's been keeping me away from YouTube for so long. My life has just been super busy, and I've been held up by all sorts of things. For those who don't know, I am currently in pharmacy school. So I'm in my 4th year, actually. Okay, I'm supposed to bounce on those. I'm in my 4th year of pharmacy school, which is the year that we start going on rotations every single month. We go to a different practice site and sort of experience what it's like to work there. And it's still graded and everything, so we still need to do well and be professional and treat everyone with respect, that sort of thing. But it's very different from previous years where it was very test-based, and I had to constantly be studying and preparing for exams all the time. I quite enjoy the 4th year. I'm liking it a lot, but it does keep me really busy as well, because I'm at work basically every day. It's like an actual job. So 8 hours a day, every weekday, if not longer, and sometimes on weekends as well. So that's keeping me busy this year. And then I want to talk a little bit about what has held me up this last year. So, last year was my 3rd year of pharmacy school, and I had tried to keep YouTube going throughout my time at pharmacy school as best I could, but in my 3rd year, things just hit really, really hard, and I wasn't able to keep up with doing YouTube with school at the same time. And there are several reasons for this. For one, while I did do a lot in my 1st and 2nd year to get involved at the school, the 3rd year was a whole nother level of involvement. I basically became the most involved person in my class, if not the entire school. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was the most involved person in the entire school at that time. I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to go here, but I guess I'll go down. I have so many different positions at the school, or at least I have had in the past, so many different positions in different organizations and different things with the school itself. For example, I'm my class president, and I've been my class president since my 2nd year. up until this 4th year, I'm once again president for one last year. What the heck kind of block is that? Okay, that's pretty cool. But that position has kept me super busy. But if it was just that, then I wouldn't have been able to keep doing YouTube in my 2nd year. To be honest, I'm surprised that I managed to keep doing pretty consistent videos throughout my 2nd year of pharmacy school, considering how difficult that year is. That is the year where a lot of hard classes start popping up, and you really have to learn how to study and how to best prepare for it in order to be successful. Otherwise, you'll fall behind and really struggle. But I did my best. I didn't do serious edits on videos that year, but I tried to still get a video a day if I could. For the most part, I think I was able to manage that. But starting in my 3rd year, I just realized that I couldn't keep up that lifestyle and keep on doing YouTube consistently while still trying to do well academically, because I'm still keeping a 4.0 in my GPA as well, and keep all my leadership positions in different organizations. And I won't list all of them out. I think I've done that in the past, but I couldn't keep that up. I was burnt out a little bit on YouTube, to be honest, with all that I had going on. So I basically ended up taking a break from YouTube for a while. And to be honest, I originally planned for it to be a short break, and I would come back whenever I had an opportunity, when I had more free time, that sort of thing. But time just kept adding up, on and on. And before I knew it, what I planned to be a pretty short break just expanded to weeks, and then to months, and then to a year. And I realized I'd never given any updates as to what I was doing and why I vanished. And I am really, really sorry about that. I really am. Because I promised a while back that I would never leave without telling you all, with at least saying what was going on. And then I immediately broke that promise. But you know, life just got in the way. I have certain priorities right now, and my number one priority, I will admit, is not YouTube. It is pharmacy school. So that is my number one goal, is doing well there, because I've been so successful so far in my pharmacy school program. Like, I can't believe how successful I've been, I'll be honest. I've been really proud of myself. I feel like I've really grown a lot, not just in knowledge, but in professionalism, in self-awareness, in my confidence in myself. Well, this is what I get for hugging the left wall, isn't it? And I just feel like pharmacy school has helped me to learn so much. And I'm really grateful for it. I won't name what school I'm at specifically. You could probably find me really easily if you tried, but that's fine, I don't really care. In the future, I'll probably do a lot more face cams and show myself a little more. Maybe I'll do streams in the future as well. I plan to get a new computer next year, and maybe I'm hoping that'll be one that allows me to stream, because my current computer is not a good enough quality to allow that. Let me go checkpoint. It just can't handle it, but pharmacy school is my priority, and I'll be honest, just to go over the name of this video, at this point, with YouTube, I really don't care. And I don't mean that in a bad way. But what I mean is, I do not care anymore, and I never really did, but just to emphasize even more, I don't care about making YouTube a career. I really, really don't. I do YouTube entirely as a hobby, and I'm very fortunate that in my life, I'm at the point where my academic career is very likely to lead to my full-on career. Like, I'm very confident I can get a really good job and be happy doing what I do academically as my career in the future in pharmacy. I'm currently interested in a field of pharmacy called informatics, which for those who don't know is sort of a mix of pharmacy with technology. They run like electronic health records and other systems like that. There are ones who work in hardware, like pharmacy, like machines used in pharmacies and things like that, automatic dispensing machines. There's also ones who work in like analytics, and I really like analytics as well. Just analyzing data and pulling useful insights out of it and using it to influence business decision making, that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of cool things going on there. There's a ton of job opportunities. The job satisfaction's high and the pay is great. So that's what I'm trying to go into. And YouTube to me is scary. It is scary as a career because to me it just seems to be very inconsistent, if you know what I mean. I'm constantly seeing all the stuff that YouTube as a company does that hurts its creators. Same with Twitch as well. They do a lot of stuff too. But the jobs just seem inconsistent. The rug can get pulled out from you at any time, and even if it's not done by the company itself, it could happen you just lose popularity all of a sudden. YouTube stops recommending you, and then all of a sudden people aren't finding your channel anymore. People aren't subscribing, you're not growing, your income just keeps on decreasing, and you don't know what to do about it. And I don't like the idea of a lifestyle where I'm constantly chasing trends and trying to follow what YouTube recommends and get new people to subscribe through that, like selling myself out, not doing what I enjoy, but just doing what would get a lot of views. I don't want to do that. I want to do YouTube solely for fun. And I'm very grateful that I'm at the point now, oh crap, I'm at the point now where I could easily do that and still be confident in having an actual career outside of YouTube. And the cool part is, I feel like if I do something like informatics, I might still have time for something like YouTube, considering how that kind of job, many of those positions are done entirely remotely, so I could do it from home. And I'll be on my computer basically all the time, so it would allow me to do YouTube as well in my spare time. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go from here. Was I supposed to just jump to that and jump to the ladders, or am I supposed to jump over there? I'll try that again and see if it's possible. Nope, I don't think that's possible. I'll figure it out. But I really don't care now about doing YouTube as a job, and I really don't care about what's trending or what people are like searching for on YouTube at this point. I am going to just do whatever I enjoy. That's all I care about at this point. Really, really, that's all I need. Oh wait, I've been so invested in my talking, I have not been paying attention to the map. There is slime on the ground. I will use that. But one thing I do care about is that you all are watching this. There's 500 subscribers now. That is unbelievable to me, and I'm very excited about it. Now that I mentioned that, though, I bet some of you are going to unsubscribe, and it's going to go below 500. But you know what? As of saying this, I'm at 501 subscribers, and I felt like I should do at least something for you all. So this, coming back to Minecraft, is what I'm going to do. And there is still a lot of stuff I want to do for YouTube. I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of games that I really wanted to play and really enjoy. I just haven't had the chance to do it. I just haven't had the time. So getting back to sort of what I've been up to I'm really sucking right now, to what I've been doing this last year. So I was not able to keep up YouTube in my third year of pharmacy school. And in my third year, classes are still really hard. Maybe not quite as hard as the second year, but still quite difficult. And keeping up with all that, I still had not only many different leadership positions, including things as like vice president of different groups, treasurer, secretary, that sort of stuff. I wasn't a president of an organization in my third year, which is nice. I would not have been able to handle it too effectively. But even without that, I was still really busy with tons of other things. But the main things that kept me even more busy is I had many different projects I was a part of in my third year. Can I even make that jump? No. I had many different projects. For one, I was finishing up my MBA degree, so my master's in business. So while I'm working on my PharmD, my doctorate in pharmacy, I was also doing a dual degree program with a master's in business administration. And my third year was my last year for it, so we had to do our final end of degree project, basically, or capstone. And that was a big group project where for the first time in a long time, I wasn't actually the project lead, because I refused to be the project lead of that one. I was already too busy. But even without that, I was still one of the most involved in the project. I put a lot of effort into it and wanted to make it really good. And we ended up getting a near perfect score on it, which I'm very proud of, but it took a lot of effort and time to put that together. And our final product, like our final document, was almost 100 pages long. And then we also gave a presentation that was quite lengthy. So that was a big time sink. And along with that, I was working on an internship that I'm a part of. It actually just finished a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago, actually. But I did an internship with the Department of Health for the, can I go up to the very top? I can. For the Department of Health of my local area here in my state. So it's a government internship, which is really, really cool and a great opportunity. And I'm really grateful to my mentor at school for giving me that opportunity or finding it for me. And as part of that, I did a research project on overdoses. So I was trying to see the sort of overdoses for opioids and other drugs within my region and what trends there are in terms of the population that are overdosing, like gender, age, location, that sort of stuff, in order to pull what populations would be best to target for overdose prevention things, like policies and other things. So it's impacting actual like government policy, which was a super cool research project. So it was an internship technically, but it was honestly more of a research project than anything. And that was another year-long project, and then I presented my findings to the government, and it was really cool. And then along with that, I had a third project I was doing, another year-long one. I'm not quite sure where to parkour. Is it inside one of these buildings? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I had another long-term project for IPHO, or Industry Pharmacists Organization, which is an organization I really enjoy at my school. I was one of the co-founders of it in my first year, and then I served as president in my second year, and then vice president in my third. And I stepped down from being president because I wanted to dedicate myself to this competition and nothing else. Because if I was president, I would not have had the time to put into it. And it was called the VIP case competition, and it basically involves following a theoretical pharmaceutical drug from conception to marketing. So basically, from originally conceiving of that drug through all of its stages of development up until it's on the market and being advertised. And it's not a real drug, so we're not actually influencing a company or anything, but a theoretical one where we have to explain every step of the process in a very lengthy presentation, very detailed. And I was the team lead on that, of a group of about 10 of us. I think there were 9 total. And not only that, but I was the team lead overall, and I was the lead for my division of it, because we were divided into 4 sections that we were working on for each group of about 2 or 3 students. My group was the only one of 3. And that was a very difficult and very lengthy project that took a significant amount of time throughout the entire year. And I'm very proud of my team for the amount of work we put into it and how successful we were in that. We did super well. We did not win or place in the top 3 or anything because we were competing with over 50 schools across the country, many of which have done this competition for many years, and this was our very first year doing it. However, we got nearly a perfect score on it, and because of that, in our first year, I'm very happy with how our team did overall. I'm very proud of them. I'm pretty sure the teams that did win got completely perfect scores, which is to be expected because some of them are really industry, pharmacy-focused schools, and ours is historically not. But for our first year, we did really, really good. But that was another project that took a very long period of time. So these 3 projects... Actually, there's even more projects, weren't there? There's another project I did as a capstone for one of my pharmacy school classes where we were trying to see an innovative thing that pharmacies could do that they aren't currently doing and outline how it could be implemented and how that would improve the care of patients. What would we need to do to get that implemented at pharmacies, including cost and policies and that sort of stuff. And I led that project again because I'm always nominated as team lead apparently. And through our efforts on that project, our group actually got first in the entire class because it was like a mini competition as well. And it was judged by a panel of actual professionals in pharmacy. So it's not like something that our teacher just picks whoever they like the most. It's a full panel that selects. And we did super well on it, got first prize, and honestly, I am very happy with how that one went as well. And they specifically said the section I worked on, which was the financial part, the most difficult part of it, is what stood out over all the rest, out of all the other groups, and basically got us the victory in that one. So those 4 projects, along with my leadership positions and academics, meant that I did not have time to do YouTube. I just couldn't. It wasn't my priority, and that's just how it was. And I was okay with that, but I should have let you all know what was going on in my life. After a while of not updating you all, it just kept on going. I was like, should I make an update video now? I don't really have time, and I kind of feel bad about doing it so late. And then time just kept going on and on. So it's completely my bad. I don't know where I'm going. Woo! But I'm here now, in my 4th year. But I will say, once again, in this 4th year of pharmacy school, I don't think I'll be able to upload videos consistently like before. Unfortunately, I am super busy again. In a way, it's fortunately for me, though, because that means that I have many different things that are great opportunities that I'm working on currently. And I'm really happy to have them. It just means I won't have the time to do YouTube as much as I used to. So I wanted to highlight one thing I have going on right now, which is that as of about a month ago, a little under that, I have gotten into a national leadership position, which I am so humbled and honored to have. I will be completely honest in that me from many years ago, like me from undergraduate even, would not have expected in a million years that I would ever have a leadership position on a national level, like even a regional level, or anything above like a small organization at the most. And somehow through my efforts and the help of so many different people, my mentors, family, friends, teachers, classmates, through all of their help, I've managed to run for a position, and I was appointed to be an initiative chair in one of the pharmacy organizations that I'm very passionate about and one I really, really love. And I've loved ever since I joined it in my first year of pharmacy school. I won't name it once again because if I told you what it was, you'd easily be able to find me. You probably could easily find me anyway. But regardless, I've gotten into a national position that I'm very proud of, and I'm going to do my best in that position. But it's been taking up a lot of time recently, and that probably is to be expected with it being a nationwide position in the US and all. But I've been spending a lot of time. I've been trying to do that position as best as I possibly can. I want to represent my school really well and myself really well, and also learn and grow as much as I can through the position. But that takes time and effort, and that's time and effort that I can't put into YouTube when I'm doing that. Let's see how this works. Oh, crap. Oh, I accidentally pressed E to open my menu. I'll do my best to upload at least a little bit, though. I do have actually a Hytale-related video coming out very soon on the recent Hytale blog post. I say recent, it's actually been a little while since that blog post came out. I just didn't have the time to record it before. So it's going to be a little strange because in that blog post, I actually talk about how I'm going to do an update video on my life later on. But I thought that this would be a better video to do first. Mostly because I saw that I hit 500 subscribers thanks to you all, and I feel you all deserve something a little special, some update on my life, and going back to Minecraft, the game that sparked my interest in YouTube and my love for gaming as a whole. Well, I feel like that was a pretty good overview of everything that happened in terms of school throughout this past year. I am not quite sure how to deal with this mirror maze. I'm going to be totally honest. Is there like a way up around here? I would like to finish this map. I'm quite enjoying it. But I'm not quite sure how. There's clearly some way to get up there. There must be like a 1 block high thing somewhere around here. Also, I am using the Flows texture pack, if you're wondering, or resource pack. I wanted to mess around. Oh, there it is. I wanted to mess around with resource packs a little bit, and I've been getting back into Minecraft a little bit recently. I haven't been watching as much YouTube or playing as much games or watching as much anime as I used to, just because life has kept me busy. And it's kind of sad, actually, because a lot of my hobbies, I just haven't been able to spend as much time as I used to spend on them. But recently I have been able to play a little bit more games. I've been doing some solo stuff for a little while now, and one of those is playing through all of the Dark Souls games, which I guess I was a bit inspired by my roommate Zach playing through a lot of those, all the FromSoft games basically in a row. I'm not doing all of them right now. I just played through all the Dark Souls games. I think I'm going to stop for now, and maybe see if Bloodborne and stuff like that eventually comes to PC. I already have Sekiro as well that I can play whenever I get to it, but I've been enjoying them. I'm normally not into like the super hard games and stuff like that. Is there like a trick to this? Oh, yes, there is a trick to this. I'm not into like the super hard stuff mostly because I like to feel cool, and to me, like, if I win, that's what makes me feel cool. But at the same time, they're good games, and I've been having fun beating up the bosses. I feel like I'm naturally pretty good at them as well, but could be wrong. Let's see, this way. But that's been a lot of fun. But beyond that, I haven't been doing much solo gameplay in a long time. YouTube was basically my inspiration. I've said this before, but YouTube motivated me for a long time to play video games whenever I otherwise wouldn't find time to play on my own, just because I was so busy with school and life. But when I stopped doing YouTube videos as much, I just stopped playing games on my own as much. So those Dark Souls games I played in the summer, and I hadn't played any games basically on my own this whole last year until summer break. And even after finishing the Dark Souls games, now I feel like I won't be playing any more games on my own for a little while as well, because my rotations are starting up again soon. And I'll talk about that in a moment, but beyond that, like I said, haven't been watching much anime, which is another one of my hobbies either. Most of the games I've been playing recently have been multiplayer stuff I've been doing with my two roommates, Zach and Andrew. Technically, Andrew hasn't been around here in my apartment for a little while because he is a recent graduate, actually. So a lot has changed since last time I gave an update. Andrew has graduated, he has his degree in computer science now, and he's looking for a job. Not too much success right now, unfortunately. I wish I could help him more with the job search. It's a bit of a struggle. But even so, he's a graduate. I'm very proud of him for getting to this point. And then Zach is doing his master's now. So he's doing a master's in storytelling. So he wants to be a teacher in college, specializing in like storytelling. Oh, I tried to do a cool jump there. And I wish him all the luck in that. So he's still my roommate. He's still hanging out around here for at least this whole year. And then he's also going to stay at least another semester after this year. But I don't know what I'll be doing at that point, because I'm going to be graduated from pharmacy school, and I might be getting a job somewhere else. Who knows where I'm going to move? My life is changing a lot recently, and it's going to keep on changing in the future. I'm at a crazy point in my life, so I don't know how things are going to go. But we've been playing a lot of multiplayer stuff and just enjoying it, and I haven't been recording any of it. We've just been chilling out and having a good time. I do kind of wish I was recording some of it, because it's been a lot of fun playing those multiplayer games. And for some reason I feel more motivated to play when it's with my friends. But for now we've just been chilling and having a good time on our own, and that's been pretty nice to have a break from everything and just enjoy stuff. I don't know why it's not letting me grab that ladder. It's a little weird. But speaking of rotations that I mentioned earlier, as I've said, I'm in my 4th year of pharmacy school, and in the 4th year, you're basically done with academics, and now you're focused on rotations and that sort of thing, which takes you to a different practice site every single month to do different types of pharmacy experiences. So I've had 2 so far. One of them was in ambulatory care, and ambulatory care is basically pharmacists working at a clinic with other healthcare professionals. So at that rotation that I had in May, I was working with doctors, other pharmacists, nurses, and specialists in all sorts of areas. And we take turns seeing patients and making sure they get the best care they possibly can get. And that was a really cool experience. I actually really enjoy ambulatory care. It's tough, and you need a lot of knowledge to do well in it and provide optimal care. But it's very rewarding working together with all these other health professionals who all want to serve patients as best they can. And I learned a lot through that rotation. After that, I had an off month. So my rotation schedule is a little weird. We have 9 months of rotations, and then 2 off months, and then December's off for everyone, so that makes a whole year. And both of my off months ended up being in the summer. So one of them was in August, which is this month, and one of them was in June. So I had 2 summer months off, and then my July rotation, an invisible bridge. My July rotation was actually in my hometown as well. So I was able to spend the summer at home with my family, which was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed that quite a lot. And it was a nice break, though I'm going to be back on rotations in September, and that'll be a pretty tough one, though a pretty interesting one, I think, in September. But the one I had in July was compounding, and compounding basically involves making medications in a way. So it's not the same as like pharmacy companies who make new medications. Compounding is mostly about adjusting medications so that patients with special needs can take them. So you can like change a medication and compound it so that what was originally a capsule is now a cream or something like that, or is now an ointment, or is a liquid form that you can swallow a lot easier for those who have trouble swallowing, and things like that. A lot of adjustments in those ways are what we do in compounding. So that was a really, really fun one as well. It's not something I want to do as my career. I'm interested in informatics, like I've said. But the people I worked with were a ton of fun. And they were crazy, but really fun to work with. And I learned a lot and got over a fear of compounding I've had in the past. Because in past years, when I had compounding in school, I did not enjoy it. I struggled with it. I was always like the slowest one. I'm very much a perfectionist type of person. and I wanted it to be perfect, and I was never able to get it to be perfect. But in compounding at an actual pharmacy, they have much better equipment and better procedures for doing it, and it made it a lot more interesting and enjoyable to do. And I didn't have to like work super hard to triturate something, like spin it in a mortar and pestle for 2 hours straight. Instead, we just put it in a machine and it'll get it done in 5 minutes, which is really nice. Oh, does this slow me down? Oh, it's soul sand. It's soul. I couldn't tell because of my texture pack. But that was really interesting. And then the one I have next month is informatics, which, like I said, is what I want to make my career. So that'll be a tough one, but it'll be a very, very interesting one. And I'm hoping I'll love it because that's when I want to make my career. I'm really into technology and things like that, so I love the idea of combining it with my pharmacy interest. After that, though, I have 2 hospital rotations, and I'm very nervous about those in October and November. And I don't want to work in a hospital, but I have to take those rotations. They're required. So we'll see how they go. Those will probably be difficult and time-consuming, and I probably won't be able to do much other than those and my leadership positions during those months. So I doubt I'll be able to do YouTube at the time. I might have some more videos coming out this month and next month, though. We'll see. And then I have a lot of other rotations coming up in the spring that I can talk about later on. But I think that's a pretty good overview, once again, of all that I have going on in terms of school and rotations and throughout this year. And then along with that one national position I have, I still have several positions at my school as well in different local organizations, which you might think I'm crazy for taking those on as well. Fortunately, all of those are fairly straightforward positions that don't take much time and effort to do, but they still do take some, so those will take up even more time. I'm excited though. I'm so close to being done with my school life. I've been in school for so many years, non-stop, constantly working hard at it, and I'm finally about finished with it, and at a point where I can start thinking about the future and what I really want to do. And that is such a change for me. Man, time has just flown by, hasn't it? I still remember just starting YouTube when I was 13 years old and thinking I'm going to be a big YouTuber. That's going to be my job. That's my dream job. That sort of thing. And now, while I still love YouTube and love watching certain people on YouTube, I don't care anymore about making it my dream job. I don't care how many subscribers I have anymore either. Like, I appreciate everyone, but I really don't care at this point. I just want to do it because it's fun. As long as I enjoy it, I want to keep doing it, and if I don't enjoy it, I'll stop doing it. That's just how it is. That's just what I want to do. I want to just have fun at this point, because school already keeps me stressed out and busy enough, so why should my hobbies be stressful and tiring? My hobbies should be something I enjoy to do in my free time and something that I'm passionate about. So because of that, I'm not even going to care too much about the YouTube algorithm or playing whatever games are the most popular for it. I'm going to play whatever I feel like I'll enjoy playing. And even if, like, those might be things that appeal to the algorithm. Like, if there's some new game that everyone's playing and that I think I would enjoy playing, I'm going to play it. But if there's something niche, or if I want to just play like a Minecraft mod pack, which I'm probably going to do in the future, especially with the release of Hexit and Tekkit 2, like new mod packs that look really interesting to me, I'm probably going to end up playing those at some point and recording it for YouTube when I do. And I'll see if I can get my friends to play it too. If not, I'll do it by myself. We'll see. But I really want to do those kinds of things and just have fun like the good old days. For the most part. And man, I'm really struggling with these. Are they lily pads? Once again, I do not know what's been going on in Minecraft for a long time. I'm playing on a solo world right now on 1.19, and the cave systems are crazy. I love it, and I really want to do another full Minecraft playthrough with my friends at this point with all the changes that have gone on. But I don't know. I used to be the Minecraft expert of the group, of my group of friends, and I would know like everything going on, every update. I'd watch a ton of Minecraft YouTube videos and keep up to date with all sorts of tips and tricks and everything. But nowadays, like, the only YouTubers, I'll be honest, the only YouTubers I watch now are the Yogscast. And they don't even play Minecraft right now. So I don't know what's been going on. And I'm just watching the Yogscast right now because I feel like I've done like a full loop of my life at this point. And when I grew up, and when I was growing up, the Yogscast is what got me into Minecraft and into YouTube. And nowadays, like, I stopped watching them for a long time, and started watching a ton of other YouTubers. And there was a point where I was keeping up with like over 500 different YouTubers and watching like a lot of their videos consistently. And I don't know how I did that. Like right now I would definitely do not have the time. But I was keeping up with a ton of them and stopped watching the Ogscast. But after a while, I got tired of watching a lot of those YouTubers. And I just felt nostalgia for my childhood and wanting things to be like they used to be. So I started rewatching them again, and then started watching their new stuff, and I just got really hooked on their stuff. And now I basically just watch them, because that's all I have time for at this point. They become like my nostalgic chill out and relax channel, or at least channels, because I watch several of their channels every single day. Like I'll make lunch and then I'll eat and watch them, and it'll just be my time at peace to enjoy life and relive the good old days. And that's basically who I've been watching. And that's about it. So I don't know what's going on in Minecraft. I don't know what's going on in the gaming world for the most part. I haven't been keeping up with a lot of new games either. Just because life has just kept me too busy. I'm really grateful that despite that, you all have stuck around though and been willing to be here with me. It's been a blast being on YouTube like this and just having fun and playing games, and yeah. Here we go. I don't know what else to say at this point. Was I supposed to jump into that fountain? I feel like I was, but I feel like there's easier ways to do it. I think this is the end of the map, though. I don't think there's anything special at the end. It's just this. Yay! We did it! Good job, everyone. What's that zombie doing? What the zombie be doing? Is this the path I came out of over here? I think this is where I came out of, right? Oh no! There we go. This is the end of the map. Thanks for playing. Alright, we got a little zombie fella. Okay. Just chilling. Having a good time. Just hanging out. And we got our egg. Whoa! Well, there goes the top of the map. Well, you know what? There's probably more that I should talk about that I missed, but I can't think of it right now. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to mention, though I believe I talk about this in the Graytale the blog post video I'll upload in a little bit, but this is supposed to be a Graytale based channel, but Graytale is not releasing for many, many years, like probably 2024 at the earliest, based off the blog post that they released a little while ago. So I am not sure what I'm going to do in that regard, but you know what, I'm pretty sure what I'll just end up doing is, if I'm going to do videos, it would just be about whatever I enjoy doing, like I said. So, once Graytale comes out, I'll definitely record videos on it. But for now, I'm not the type who can keep making videos about something that hasn't even released yet. So I'll just end up doing stuff that I enjoy, and hopefully you all are willing to stick around for all of that. Well, since this is a bit of a nostalgic video, I'm going to do a classic outro like I used to do in the good old days. So, that's all for now. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, I would really appreciate a like, comment, or a subscription. It really does help me out, and I hope to see you all on the next adventure.